So I'll tell you this. Small fuck-ups can become exponentially huge. So you have to protect yourself. You have to predict the future to see how to avoid those. Now, those small fuck-ups could be allowing a person into your life who is not a good person. That's a very hard one to do, since a lot of people want to enter your life and they're horrible people. But it could be something as simple as forgetting your keys and being trapped in a forest and dying of hypothermia, which actually would be a good thing, because then you'd be dead and you wouldn't have to worry about anything. So maybe that's not all bad. The point is that you never know, as you're surrounded with risks, right? And you're surrounded with people who want to hurt you. Don't think you're not, okay? Even if you're related to them, even if you think you have a business partnership or a romantic partnership, don't think that those are trustworthy people. They're not. Maybe they are, and that's an optimistic, wonderful view to have. I would love to have that, but I'm experienced. Look at this gray in this beard. It's gray, isn't it? Yeah, that gray comes from experience. So, I spent my life being a pretty dang good person by my standards, and I've done some things that are bad by my own standards. And I apologize for those to the people watching this who know who I am. Hopefully none of them are watching. But if you are a person watching who knows that I've been a bad person, I apologize, I should apologize to my own mother for being a bad son. I don't know if she thinks that, but she does think that, I'm sure. I don't know how she couldn't, And I hope to express great gratitude to people who have given me so much, like my mother, and many others, teachers. I have a teacher in mind with that. And friends that are friends I've had from long ago. A lot of people have done a lot of shit for me that they didn't need to do. And so, even though I feel despondent in some ways and misanthropic, the truth is that there's been a huge number of people who have done wonderful things to keep me alive and to keep me growing, and who have had great input into my life. Great women that I've fucked and been fucked by, It's been wonderful, actually. My whole life's been really wonderful. Even though I've put myself voluntarily into some very difficult positions, and some of which I should have never been in. Like I have been in at least 2 romantic relationships that I never should have been in at all. And I feel regretful for anyone affected by that, including them and myself. I should have never done it. One time I was in a relationship where my mother said to me, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you be in that relationship? And she was right, and I should have listened to my mother. Totally. Because she's not stupid. She's a very nice person. And, I fucked myself over. And I hurt other people in the process of doing that. So that's something I can apologize for. But I don't even talk to those people. So I will never be forgiven for the sins I have committed. That's all right. Just gotta take it, I guess. And be a good person mostly, which is mostly what I am. I'm mostly, trying to help people, build them up, and we'll see. What is this video even about? I got weird bugs attacking my eyes. I think they want my moisture in my eyes. Get away from me, bugs. Everything bugs me. I bug me. Nah, not that much. Mostly I have to accept me as I am, and do better than I have done. So sincerely, for the people I've hurt, I am truly sorry. And I have removed myself from existence as much as I can without dying. And so I hope you're doing well. I hope we all do well. I hope we look in the mirror and we say, how are we bad and how are we good and how can we do better? And, what we consider bad and good are very different depending on who you are and your values and what you want. But I think that level of self-awareness is absolutely important. And then we have some chance at a better world. Some chance at making a world that isn't absolutely self-destructive and we all die. Because extinction is on the menu. Human extinction is on the menu for all of us if we don't change how we are. And we're not probably going to change until the first billion or two die. Maybe we'll change then. Maybe we'll think about food forest farming and all the other shit I talk about. So, I don't know. I've talked about shit for 35 years now that people have ignored and thought was crazy. And now, more and more people are waking up. They're not being woke in some racist bullshit fucked up way. They're being more awake. And even that is a questionable term. What does that mean? What does it mean to be progressive? Does that just mean that you think your values are the forward way? But the values vary. So all that shit is bullshit. All those definitions of those words. But I'm trying the best I can to not hate people who are unlike me, because there's a bunch. And almost everybody I know who thinks they're against hate is very filled with hate. Racist, bigoted motherfuckers. All of them. Not all of them, but I don't know. We got to do better than we're doing. And you may even have to love your enemies. You may even have to redefine what an enemy is. Because your enemy is not defined by a demographic. If your enemy is defined by demographic, you're an asshole. Because people within any given demographic actually vary quite a bit. And so, get more detailed on who you want to hate. And focus on behavior. Focus on the values, the base values. This is much more difficult than just being a simplistic hater, right? You have to actually deal with the individual. Because they're so complex. I mean, I'm not my demographic. Is that all I am? To you? Then fuck you. Fuck off. You bigoted piece of shit. I am far more than my demographic. I have way complicated views. And I'm trying to love everyone I can. Not in that sense. You perverted weirdo. But I'm trying to have actual love, whatever that means. And I don't know what that means. But be a good person. So good luck for you and what you can create. And can we find kindness? Can we not care about national borders? Or can we have non-oppressive economic systems, which all of them are? Can we remove the bullies from our life, which all the governments are just bullying, gatherings of bullies, gatherings of people who will kill you if you disagree. So we could remove all the governments. Phase them out. That's probably a dangerous thing to say. But it's what I think. And I think you should own your own land and have it be productive and produce food locally and plant food forests and not shit in clean water. This all seems very basic and simple to me. It doesn't seem dangerous. It's not being a terrorist. I consider most people to be terrorists. That includes you. I hope you take an inventory of yourself. What do you create? What do you damage in the world? Why are you such a huge consumer of resources that you don't need to consume, enslaving people far away from you? I mean, I would recommend stop doing that. It's bad for your soul. It's karma, if you believe in such things, which I don't. But whatever you believe in, if you're a Christian, I can guarantee you don't follow Christ. You're a hypocritical bullshit motherfucker. So become a real Christian. Because some of the shit Christ had to say was actually pretty good. And no, Christ was not a fucking socialist. He suggested you be a good person. That doesn't mean he wants to enforce that other people have control over your labor to distribute it to others. You idiot, stupid, fucking Christian bullshitter. Using Christ for your political values. I don't know anybody who's good. I'm like Diogenes looking for an honest man. I don't know. I gotta work my shit out and then figure out how to partner with others. But good luck to you. I know it's fucked up and I know you can blame everyone else, but I suggest starting with you. I do start with me. I got serious problems with me I'm gonna fix, I hope. And I don't know, man. Chick, whatever. Do the best you can do. I know it's impossible. But you're going to die anyway. So, do good. Be good. Arr.